Hi guys, I'm Tyrone Neo Machaki. I grew up in Soweto. And I used to school in Florida Park High, back in Joburg actually.
So the entrepreneurial park, where did it catch you?
The brand.
No, the entrepreneurial and the fashion and everything.
Well, as an entrepreneur, I used to sell stock sweets in high school. I would sell cigarettes, I would sell sweets, airtime. At some point, I would still even sell weed. You understand? Just as something else I wanted to do as for money, extra cash.
But did you need cash at that time, or was it something that...
Well, I did need cash. You understand? I did need cash because some of it I saved it up, you understand, and spent it on some other things, you understand, yeah. But at some point I did need cash.
So were you the first entrepreneur at home, or probably your mom, your dad, or your
My
grandma?
mom, I got it from my mom. My mom, she owned shops. She used to own shops. She would sell sweets, cold drinks and all that. So I just decided to do it solely, like in high school. Yeah.
And then the inspiration behind petrol or milk?
Well, the inspiration behind Petrol Milk, the brand, it's a hybrid of bike and a car. How they meet is that the rural areas and the urban areas. If you check, what's this? If you check the cow is something from the rural areas. You understand? And then the bike. The petrol was inspired by the bike. The bikes are based like mostly in the urban areas. It's scarce to actually find a bike in the rural areas, but that's how they met. That's why on our logo we have the cow and the bike as a hybrid.
So would you say probably having both of those, it's some form of storytelling?
Yeah, it is, because it actually means hardworking. Besides it being the hybrid of a car, it actually means hardworking, believing that something that you know one day is going to be big, even when someone else is not believing in it. Believing in growth. You understand? That's the most important thing. Yeah.
So, but a boy from Ekasi and rural, Mhlanganaphi.
Well, my brother is actually the one who started with the brand.
Okay.
He's from Richards Bay. Yeah, he's the one that actually started with everything from the rural areas. And the real brand is not really petroleum milk. Petroleum milk is just a concept. You understand?
Whose concept is that? Was it yours?
The real brand is Bambata.
Bambata. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But the petroleum milk is just a concept, including Bambi. Those are both concepts, but under one umbrella, which is Bambata.
Bambata.
Yeah.
So, Bambata, I know a little bit about the history, but would you say that you're a cultural person? You cultured?
Well, me, on a personal level, I wouldn't say that. There's a bit of culture in me, but I'm more of a fresh guy. Understand? I love fresh. Culture is culture. It will always be culture. It's something that's gonna be there. You have to follow the right procedures to follow your culture. You understand? To know what your culture is about. It's very important to know where you come from, because that's where you look at as soon as everything gets together. That you should remember where you come from. Yeah, so culture is something that's there. It's something I cannot run away from.
And when did your brother start the Bambata?
2006 is when the brand started. So it's 10 years now. It's our 10-year anniversary now. Yeah.
So what do you normally have? Is it your hats, your beanies, and what else?
Caps,
collection?
bucket hats, shirts, jerseys, sweaters, chains, accessories, rings, watches, socks, and all that.
And then challenges that you and your brother have faced in setting up not just a shop but a brand. What challenges have you faced?
Well, the challenges are that you have to get you see when you have to find your own market. Understand? That on its own it's a challenge, because some people wouldn't actually be interested in knowing what your brand is. But until a certain time when they see that this brand is something, you understand? That's where people actually start to focus. It's like people will sleep on you, but as soon as you find a way of making everything happen, that's when they start to actually focus on, you know, you as a person and the brand itself. Yeah.
And how much work have you guys put into the branding, especially with the petrol or milk, which is quite popular in the capital?
Well, the work is just it's our work. It's just work. You understand? It's the work we have to apply in order to deliver to people the quality. We cater more of quality than quantity. You understand? It's not something. It's not a huge challenge, but the work is the work.
So how would you describe? Is it high end kind of hip hop fashion or?
Yeah, it's actually more of a street style.
Street style.
Yeah. BMB Kambasa is a street style fashion. You understand? Yeah. It's like fashion for the streets. You know, there's Quicksilver for surfing. There's DC for skateboarding. There's New York. You understand? So us is more of a street brand, the street style, street culture.
And then the other question I wanted to ask, in terms of competition, because there are the likes of Galaxy Boy, there's also other young people who are also making waves in terms of street fashion, like there's a Mamelodi type of, forgot their name, but how do you deal with competition?
I don't compete, that's the thing. We as a brand, we never compete. We actually stay on our own lane. Understand? I wouldn't comment about competition because it's nothing.
So it doesn't affect your business?
It never affected us from day one because it's about believing in your product, putting it out there, believing in what you're doing. Understand? Never about competition because the minute you look at competition, you get to a point whereby you are under pressure. You understand? And we don't work with that. We just do our own thing the same. We can drop the summer collection in winter. We don't care. Anytime. We just do whatever we want to do.
So in terms of transferring your knowledge, how do you and your brother go about that? Do you offer mentorship to other young people who want to start out?
Well, it's always good, you know, to actually share your story with people, especially the young ones who actually want to be at a certain level at some point. I wouldn't say at our level because we've been working for so long, but we're still not where we want to be. Understand? I'd say that it's always good for them to actually not give up in what they do. If they want to start their own brand, get the right source, connect. It's all about association. If you associate yourself with good people, eventually it builds onto you as a character. It's not about money or anything. It's just growth in a person.
But how did your brother start? Was it through funding? Because
We started from the bottom.
Because I hear most young people are saying that we can't start our own businesses because there is no enough funding from SEFA, from NEF, from
They should save.
NYTI.
They should do a certain business in order to lead them to their own dream. You understand? Yeah. I mean, like me selling stock teas at high school is something that I wanted to do something one day. I wanted to, like, if I sell this, like a certain product that I know I'm gonna make that small amount of money of it. That small amount of money is gonna add on to my dream, my big dream that I want to be at. Understand? I've always wanted to have a shop of sneakers. Me as an individual, because I love sneakers. Understand? Yeah. So it's one of those things. You have to start small. You can't just complain about funds. Understand? You can't. It's just an excuse.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.